So I'm back again, guys, and this time I present the question: if you were to put together an AR-15 that you would consider to put up for bids or maybe trials for the next M16 for the Marines. And now this is all considering that the Marines didn't go with the M27, um, and instead they stuck with the M16 for their standard riflemen. So what parts would you put on it? I know parts I'd put on it, and that's the series that we are starting. So it'll be the M16A5 that I'll be putting together with parts that I think would make sense if the Marines stuck with the M16 platform instead of going to the M27. Now, in saying that, I hope I will be putting this together from the lower, all the parts of the lower. I already have some of this started, and we will be continually adding the parts to it until we have the build final and done. And we're going to torture test it. We're going to put it through a bunch of rounds. Hopefully we're able to send this off to some other peoples in the gun tuber space for them to give their opinions. Hopefully I know some Marines that I might be able to have take a couple of shots over here in the infantry, and maybe they might be able to help me out, give their opinion, and tell me what they think compared to the current M27 that they carry. Now, I will be sharing the whole entire parts list if you guys want to follow along and join along with me when the rifle is done. And hopefully you guys can enjoy the journey, because I'm telling you right now, I'm excited. And as you see, it's only the lower right now. That's really all I've been able to afford. I ask that you guys, you want to see this series continue, you want to see this series grow, you want to see this series which, like I said, end goal, have this whole rifle together. Maybe at the end of the series, we give this rifle away to you guys, the viewers who support me. So go ahead, subscribe, like the video. Do me a big, giant favor. Go check out my Patreon and my merch store. There probably will be merch coming for the M16A5 series, but go there. Go to the Patreon if you'd like to donate and help out. All that money goes right back into the channel. It will be used to building the M16A5. It will be used in cases where, like I said, I hope to have some people in the gun to space also take a chance and put some rounds through it and contribute to the project. Now, I want to be clear. I don't necessarily expect this to be like a Woodward Stoner do project to where this becomes a production rifle, although I do think it'd be really cool if a company wanted to hop on board, Brownells or any company wants to hop on board and make this M16A5 with the parts that I think are the best for everyone else to buy and assembled for everyone else, because this is going to be a one of one. This is going to be put together, like I said, at the end. It's going to be Cerakoted, and after it's Cerakoted, I think I want to give this one away to you, the viewers, everyone who has supported me throughout this build. And I think the goal is going to be, we're going to try to get 10,000 rounds through it. And once we get 10,000 rounds through it, we will call it there, and we will we'll give it away to you guys. So what's in store? Well, what's in store is, one, we got to get it finished. We got to get it together. Got to get all these parts. We're going to put a couple thousand rounds to it. Hopefully, we're going to take it to a class. We're going to have some Marines shoot it. We're going to have some Army infantry soldiers that I know shoot it. We'll have their opinions. We'll put it through, hopefully, a competition, a local competition. We'll do a mud and sand test. I can't really do an ice test, unfortunately, or any type of cold test. But hey, if it gets enough traction, maybe we can get this out to Garantham. Garantham could do an ice test on it. And then after we do those tests, we will send this around. We'll let a couple guys take some shots out of it, and we will see what their opinions are, where we can make improvements, and we'll get feedback, guys. And also something else, so because I am not an SOT or an FFL, I won't be able to do a full auto version of this. However, if someone wants to, if someone would like to offer themselves up, who has the legal ability to shoot a full auto lower, If you would like to work with me, please drop it down in the comments. And if you have and are willing to film you shooting and working with the gun, then I would highly appreciate it. If you, like I said, if you have the ability to, and you already have the lower, the pre-19, I think 1984 ban lower, and it's still a machine gun, I'll just send you the parts list, and I'll probably send you the upper, and then we'll coordinate something. But let's go over what I think, or what are the main focuses of the M16A5 for me. When I envision the M16A5, I think, hey, one big thing, and as we see with the URGI, is M-Lock. The main thing we need Picatinny for is for our night viz, laser, and aiming accessories. We want it to be suppressed. We want it to be suppressed well, and we don't want it to be too heavy. Now, luckily for our comparison, which our comparison will be an M27, which we will compare it to all throughout the series. And like I said, when we bring the Marines on to shoot this platform, once the rifle's done, we'll get their opinion versus how they feel shooting the M27. So goals is for it to be lighter than the M27. It still needs to maintain that 20-inch barrel. It needs to be M-Lock. It needs to be suppressible, and it needs to be reliable. So there's a couple of tricks and a couple of things that I've already put into the gun, which I feel like are going to help with that. And maybe some things and some parts you don't know about, but we shall see. It's also going to be, as you can kind of tell from this right here, we'll go over this in a future video as we get more of the gun together. But we want it to be ambidextrous as well, as much as we can. We know the Army selecting the M7, their gun is ambidextrous for the most extent. So that's something that we want to move towards. Once again, this is where would the Marines could have or should have gone from the M16A4. So I know Aero Precision, technically they released an M16A5, but to me that's still an A4. So I don't think, it's not the way I would have done it. And just to give you guys a little bit of a hint as well, I like the M16A1 better than M16A2 in further versions. I do like the M16A2 sight block better. However, I like the M16 barrel better than I like the M16A2's barrel. So like I said, the hope is that we test this out, we stress this thing, but I do need your guys' help, and hopefully you guys will join me along for this journey. I know this video is relatively short, but don't gotta make it super long. And on the next video, you guys will see the other project that we will be doing that is somewhat similar to this. So guys, give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.